This is how she started today with food. This is the food business today. Identical to the issue to the one. Hey. Kaj boš? Kaj boš ti? Kaj boš ti? Kaj boš ti? Zdaj ti bom pa jaz pa policijo poklical. Boš ti videl? Proof that a guy without regular normal food, you can make him eat anything you want. Mother just claimed that this is not the oil. I told her, look, you prepared everything on this poisonous dish. She said there is nothing burned. There is nothing burned. There is nothing burned. I mean, there is nothing burned. You can see the difference between this here if I get this slide going. You can see the difference between this portion of that's basically center, and you can see what it looks like right here in a different on the side. As you said, it's nothing burned. There is nothing burned. And she said, this is not oil. She said, no, this is not an oil. This is not oil. This is just minor when compared to what was on the surface. For what she said, it's not oil. I still think that I can prove that this is oil. It's not difficult to prove. If it's not oil, this stuff will dry. If it's oil, this stuff will not dry. It's as simple as this. That's what she stated. She claimed that this is not an oil. All right, so we're gonna see whether this is oil or is not oil. I am not gonna eat this. I already ate too much. I was crazy enough to eat this shit. This is just a potato, strictly potato, is what this stuff is. She again prepared the same kind of dish, the same shit, the same kind of stuff. She said, there's nothing, it's nowhere, it's burned, it's nothing burned. Where is burned? There is nothing burned. Nothing is burned. I already video recorded this garbage. This was the issue which was involved in MK Ultra. They tested every dish for a poisoning, and they insisted for this dish is extremely poisonous. So she gives me a serving in this dish. She might have even made this stuff somewhere else, who the fuck knows, and then put in here, you know. The bottom line is that this stuff was involved in MK Ultra. It was tested for poisoning. I was told it's deadly. It's the most poisonous dish of them all. And whatever she gave me the other day that she served inside of the dish, it left me with exactly zero sleep throughout the night. Now, the police was out there to prove a paranoia. That was a job of the police. So what the fuck this is, who knows? It was involved in MK Ultra. Every dish that we have, they involved in MK Ultra. With this one here, I was told is the most poisonous dish. There was even an issue of the oil involved in it. She said, no, she said, these potatoes come like this. Even that kind of issue we have gone through during MK Ultra, the issue of the oil. We have also gone through that stuff because they did rat poison during MK Ultra. They did rat poison. I wouldn't be asking during MK Ultra about whether it's oil, that it's oily and stuff like this. Obviously, they were doing to me stuff that drove me completely insane. Half dead, 3/4 dead. So there must be something about something. If it's not a dish, if this is not an oil, and then it's a poison she placed inside. It's as simple as this. This was the issue which was involved in MK Ultra. So if it's not oil, if it's not a dish, then it's got to be a poison. Same dish, same kind of food, sweet potatoes. Oh man, if this is not oily, then I don't know what the fuck it is. I mean, you can see it here. Same dish, same food, same oily food, MK Ultra. Something was extremely, extremely bad. I don't know what it was, but I told the mother, oil, dish, whatever I did. Copy paste the whole thing. It's a copy paste of MK Ultra procedure right here. I got so fucking poisoned the other day that I got 0 minutes of sleep. 0 minutes of sleep one day because of eating this shit. Whatever was inside of it. Favorite food of Vladimir Putin, fruit, kiwi, was the first time I tasted one in probably 10 years. Is the first time I get to eat the kiwi. Mother now admits she did not prepare the food here in this dish, but she deliberately put inside of this dish. She claims she prepared the food here in this. Which it is wet, that is true. Ej, to bilo prav na temu protvanu, ali si kaj dala na kakšen papir gor, ali kaj? Na papir si dala gor. They, with the psychiatrist Peter Kapsch police, were testing this stuff for what exactly was it that was making me so sick, and then they came up with something. But why would you put that on that dish right there to do that stuff? Mama, kaj pa norga pri tej zadevi? Kaj pa je tukaj drugega norga, ko si ti? Norga. Kaj je tukaj v tej hiši norga drugega, ko si ti?
Ti. Če sem jaz, si ti, pa smo dva.
Dej vse, se gremo. Pejt.
Jaz grem, se vidiš.
Pejt, gremo. A boš spet delala scene? Boš fotra še malo dodatno zajebala?
Ti mene snemam, prokleta.
Ga boš še malo dodatno zajebala?
Bandit, hudičev, pejt.
Pejdi, usedi se, gremo. So this is the way. This is how she started today with food. This is the food business today. Identical to the issue to the one. Hey. Kaj? Kaj boš? Kaj boš ti? Kaj boš ti? Kaj boš ti? Zdaj ti bom pa jaz pa policijo poklical. Boš ti after she did exactly based on MK Ultra scenario, that's exactly what she did. She totally replicated MK Ultra scenario with umbrella, with the police. Totally copy-paste issue. I drove past her and I threw the umbrella out so that she's not going to be wet. This is raining. I'm at the home for elderly people right now. She did admit it though that she did not even prepare, just as I assumed she did not even prepare the food in that dish, but she prepared one separately in a separate dish. I don't think I video recorded that, but it's a tray. I don't know, aluminum or whatever tray. And I asked her, did you just put it? Did you just prepare it inside of the tray, or did you have some kind of paper you placed it on the top? She said she used some kind of paper. She is so unreasonable, so insane. That is just, it doesn't make absolutely any sense to even discuss these issues with her, because she's turning everything into physical aggression. Screaming, yelling aggressively back, demanded from me basically to quietly back down. And then even physically, as you have seen, with attack with umbrella on me. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the time I came here, I think I saw about 5 ambulance vehicles. There was another one right there. A lot of ambulance vehicles today, including the new cars they got, I think. Yeah, this issue also directly concerned my father, who told me, he actually threatened me that he's gonna get off the picture if I somehow don't get rid of myself of my mother by the fall. That's now we already entered the winter. I am not going to be taking sides. They're both going to have to explain what this shit is all about. I think I made myself clear. This issue of attacking me is identical to almost every visit, practically to every visit at the father. We don't come to the father I go to the father to rehabilitate, to assist him with, survival issues. And my mother just comes to assault, to verbally assault. And what she's using as a follow-up, just like she did today, expresses herself that she's going to come at different hour. That's basically earlier in the morning when it's colder, inappropriate for the father, and all by herself. I got many recordings like this, and I think it's time to release these recordings. This have gone too far. She assaulted me with umbrella. It was not that she would, I'm going to say it was not that she hurt me in any way, or that she could hurt me in any way. She would not be successful. She just did this to look as angry as possible, based on MK Ultra procedure. But that's all there is to it. Evo, pa smo dobili za očeta prostor. This is the same location, totally same identical location as the one during MK Ultra. Totally identical. That's a church area right there inside. That's what we're going to be doing, the exercise in the winter time, or whenever it was raining. This is where psychiatrist Peter Kapsch had with the mother and with the police officers. Ker ne miga on sam, kaj moram pa jaz narediti, da bi jaz zdaj...
On mora snemat, veš? On snema, vse snema. On se ne ukvarja s tabo. On ti možgane pere.
Kako si? Dobar dan.
Dobro,
Malo sem ti prišel možgane pred.
hvala.
Hvala, ja. Posluš, bomo malo vaje delala? No, vidiš. Si kje spal? Si se kje naspal? Če si se kje napančkal, to mi povej. Kje boš bil? Slabo si spal? A?
Nisem skoraj nič spal.
Skoraj nisi nič spal.
Ja,
Kaj je bilo? Je bilo kaj ropota nota zraven? Kaj te je tu dušilo slučajno? Po noč?
dušilo me je po noč.
A dušilo te je? To je pa druga stvar. Pa veš kaj je? Pa ti kar takole lahke vaje delaj sam. Tule. Ne bomo mi nobenih težkih vaj danes delali, zaradi tega, ker prav, da ga je dušilo po noč. Danes ga je dušilo. Ja.
A boš malo čaja? Bi malo čaja? Bi čaja malo popil? Če bi malo čaja?
Čajčka bi pil. Super. Pa kar lepo ustavimo tole, ne bomo tu nič forsirali, če je tako. Tu nimamo kaj pa.
Je dober, kaj ne? Dosti je, boš pol spet, ne? A bi še? Kaj?
Takole. Bomo reči noter bili, ki je zunaj malo mrzlo, pa boš pada, veš. Ni nujno, da je boljše zunaj, se tako v redu, čakaj, kaj nekaj zapravo. Malo smrdelo, zdaj pa že veš. Prav, mama, da ti možgane pere. V skladu tistih tvojih kolegov, ki so bili v tej zadevi. Hvala. Ti kar migi, Miško. Tam sem videl zemljišča krasna po Avstriji, poceni kupiš s potoki in tako naprej. Ja, poteblih ni, ampak izvirki taki so, neke voda čez teče. In tiste čisto komodci za ribni, da narediš. Ljudje sami tam jezera svoje delajo, ribnike, privatne. V Sloveniji tega ne moreš narediti, to ni dovoljeno v Sloveniji. Ker je dovoljeno v Sloveniji, da imaš tekočo vodo, ni, ne? Ne moreš privatizirati tekoče vode, ne? Mislim, da to ni dovoljeno. V Sloveniji je samo če imaš ob vodi, drugače pa to ni dovoljeno. V bistvu tam ena ribogojnica je, tam se da, so dovolili speljati ven. Samo tu moraš imeti posebno dovoljenje, pa ne vem kaj, pa inšpekcije, pa vse živo. Ker ni tako nekako. Čez potoka pa ne moreš imeti, da vodamo v potok, pa to ne moreš. Da bi potok presekal, pa v njega voda, da tu ne moreš. To ni dovoljeno. Ali je dovoljeno ali ni? Ni, ne? Ne, to ni dovoljeno. To verjetno, da tudi tam ni dovoljeno. Jaz ne vem, kako je, ampak jaz sem videl, da ljudje imajo take majhne izvere, ki so. Tisto jezero naredi komod. Mrzla voda leti, studenčna voda. Narediš luknjo noter, postrvi noter, spustiš. Če ti bempije, res postrmi. Ko bi muti, forele noter. Kaj pa če zritamo zate kitajske? Ne bi imeli to.
Bomo zrihtali ga.
No, dej, mige. Moraš nekaj drugega misliti. Ne sem na tisto gor tam. Ker v Avstriji so same gore, tam so same gore, tam od Filaha malo bolj gor, v tisto stran. Tam imaš Imaš teh izverkov tam na, kukor češ, na milijone izverkov je posod. Pa prodaja zemljo s temi izverki posod, vodo posod, vre ven iz skal. In tisto komod, kaj pa je tisto skopiš eno luknjo noter, zasiguraš se, da je ilovca noter, da je pomaj eno tako prodajo, en tak bentonit se imenuje. Take stvari, tako kot prašek je, samo vržeš, se usede dol, se napije vode in ne spusti vode čez. Ne vem, če si že slišal za to. Ne? Ti bom pokazal. Tako kot cement zgleda. Tako kot cement zgleda, pa tam, kje jezero Pošča, recimo, ali pa kje Pošča, to sem potresajo, ne? In pa se tisto usede na dnu in se napije vode, ne? Tako kot en prah zastopiš. In ti sprah, ko v vodo pade, se poveča volumen, prostornina tistega praha se poveča, ko se napije vode. In se usede na dnu in tisto je čisto naravna stvar je. Ni nobena plastika, nobena taka stvar, da bi bilo nenaravno. Je čisto naravna stvar in s tistim posipaš dnu, preden daš jezero in tako naprej in pa to je to. In drži voda. Spustiš vodo, no, adijo, to je to. Ribe vržeš not in to je to, adijo. Ribiško palce gremo, to je to. In imaš privat jezero s forelami noter. Najrajš imaš ti forele, ne? Po strvi imaš najrajš, ne? Pa sej, mislim, da ima oblečen, zelo je oblečen. On ima dve jopci tukaj, ne vidiš. Zelo je oblečen. Mislim, da tukaj ne potrebuje, da je oblečen tudi, da ni nobene take krizne stvari. Ampak če ga še tako raje eno bunda, pa zakaj me pa bunda dava rajš, namesto da ga takole mi kastaš s tistimi. 3 jopce gore in namesto ene bunde, če je tako. Pa ti nočeš, da bi mu jaz bunda svoje dal, ki je večja, ki bi bil lažji, bolj komod za njega gorda. Tu se ti ne zdi smotrno, da bi bil bolj komod za njega pa vse. Namesto da mu 4 jopce gor daješ. Ne bi bilo boljš, da ima 3/4 jopce, ki jo ima gor. In to je vsak dan. Ne bomo se pogovarjali, bomo se z jopcami zajebali, tako zdaj, ne? Doktor na ura ne gre mimo in to je tu, pa dol in to je tu. Tukaj je pa sploh toplo not, zato ne razumem, kaj ti s to jopco, mislim. Tukaj bi bil lahko v kratkih rokavih not.
Ste koga spočoti v bundi? Sledce?
Kam pa gremo, mama? Kam gremo, mami?
Jaz grem ven.
A ti greš ven, na džumbus gremo?
Ja.
Možgansko ubijanje, okej. This is where the police had me, and this is not supposed to go to the internet, but this is going to the internet because this shit has got to stop. He's got 4 jackets on him. Here, inside in here, you could be inside of the sweater. And mother suggested, why the hell are you in this winter coat, whatever you call this, winter jacket? She took him outside now. Why the fuck does she take him out when he is having a problem with the breathing, with the bronchitis and stuff like that? He is a bronchi patient. He does have agitated bronchitis, And overall, he also explained in front of my mother that he did not get any kind of sleep, that he was choking at night, that he barely was breathing. And she's already taken him out. In fact, she took him to the area where they smoke the cigarettes, which is even fucking crazier. Actually, through the area. I don't see him over there, but we're gonna see now where she took him. She took him right out like this on a cold weather like that, and she's walking with him right there just like that. So this I'm not even allowed to go there. I'm gonna go up front and I'm gonna continue to do my work. This shit is going to the internet because I cannot afford myself this stuff going on anymore. It's not cold outside. The temperature is actually such that you could even be in the just in a single sweater. She's just making problem where there is no problems. Yeah, she is totally based on MK Ultra. She thought I'm gonna go after her and argue with her. Now she exited the front area here of this building, and that's not what I'm gonna do. I don't want to be having arguments with her. This was police asking about if she is the lady that have problems with me and such a stuff during MK Ultra. They're already harassed in respect to this issue. This here is where she was preparing this this food. Is this old oven here below inside of the garage, which is she was preparing the food. You can see she threw this paper right here. This is where she was using basically to prepare this stuff. And I'm not saying that it's toxic. I'm just saying that last time when I ate this shit, I almost died, man. That's all the hell I know. It's locked here. And there is just so much grease, man. It's like... She said that there is no fucking grease. She said this potato not greasy. She said this potato doesn't have grease. There's no grease inside of this potato. I mean, I just need to put this shit somewhere on the light so that you can see this. She was preparing this with a chicken. Definitely chicken does have a grease, but this isn't about grease. This is about the stuff that you're gonna have a potato that saturates itself with the oil like this, with the cholesterol basically. That shit is gonna fucking kill you. They talked about the paper, that the paper is very bad, that the paper was very unhealthy, that it was because of the paper. I don't think so. Mother always was playing with oil. Her specialty was to use vegetables and soak them inside of the oil. That would taste deliciously, you know. The people were crazy about the way it tasted, but when they learned why it tasted so good, and they learned this all too late, they went completely berserk. She was not preparing in this thing. But you can see this, what it looks like. She said there is no oil anywhere. There's absolutely no oil in the potato. This potato is, she said, it's not oily. The potato is not oily, she said. She was preparing this in a pan, in this one here. She was not preparing in this stuff. She was preparing it in this thing here, in this. This is what she was preparing this in. And based on my earlier observation, she already washed this with the water thoroughly. So how much grease, how much oil was in there? It's a good question. I did not eat the whole potato. She just emptied the potato herself. What kind of stuff is this? Well, this is a classic case of poisoning, just as I explained. I explained everything. Already, if you would get the cholesterol inside, it would be very bad. It appears to me that cholesterol had a very, very negative impact on me. They played with, obviously, also during MK Ultra because of the words of Božičnik. I think it was Božičnik that told me, Božičnik, Štefanić, I think, told me, even if you will not, together with Miran Sudin, who was absolutely involved in everything also, even if you will not eat, even if the mother will prepare you something, even if the mother will prepare you that, you still must eat meat. They told me, you must eat meat. I never had a problem eating meat. I like the white meat, and I like the fish. But the way things are, you must eat meat, and literally demonstrated me by doing it like this. Yeah, they figure out, they refer to cholesterol problem, and I think it was much more than cholesterol problem. They refer to that issue as the cholesterol problem in my case was developed. It didn't come out of nowhere. It didn't pop up on its own. They refer to this issue as like this. Exactly the way you see it right there already on the plate. They told me, well, the way you will eat in that case is by your simply pulling out the meat and you leave the skin untouched. Yeah. So this is the question they're going to have to answer, the way they explain me how to eat the food when it comes to meat. Because the interior, the mother could not poison. If you think it's poisoned, the way you will eat is you will eat the meat. And this is what the Štefanić will explain, the funny man, Štefanić. You eat the meat, which is protected by the skin from the chicken, and that will not be of any trouble for you. This shit is literally a police garbage. The whole thing is a police garbage. With Miran Sudin, who was even asking me, he was giving me different scenarios. One of the scenarios that mother could be at fault, and suggested that they're going to put her in some location with my permission. If I'm not going to permit, then she's going to be inside of the prison and even psychiatric hospital. Miran Sudin have a lot to answer in respect to this stuff because he was totally involved in it. This has to do a lot with the cholesterol issues, with the play with the cholesterol. I think the cholesterol was the thing because neighbor Igor Kotar, Dr. Igor Kotar was playing with nothing other than cholesterol. He was only talking about cholesterol when I go back in time, when I go to 30 years back in time, more than 30 years, 35 years back in time, since I know this guy was talking about the cholesterol. It was obsession about the cholesterol. And it could well be they measured themselves cholesterol all the time with my father. It could well be that this had more to do with the cholesterol than anything else. It's a miracle I'm alive. Due to late morning hours,
I am not going to demonstrate you the video, which I video recorded the other day. Not right now. Not. I just want to do this video. This goes into the category of therefore 0 hours of sleep of meeting between Emmanuel Macron and Slovenian Robert Golob. Actually, it was not on the 23rd October, but October the 24th, 2025. That's like 2 days earlier when I had a really 0 hours of sleep, and the same pan was introduced. And I still don't know for what other purpose than brainwash, which I endured during MK Ultra, on just how poisonous this dish is. Dish, actually not dish, but the pan, the frying pan. It really looks like a piece of shit. You have to agree with me. And if you toxic somebody, drugged up, you brainwash him that it's a poisonous stuff, what else the hell am I supposed to think? Anyhow, I did resolve this issue. She was using other pan and not this one. Videos in respect to this issue still are gonna come. I owe you the videos about October the 24th cooking of my mother that left me totally without a sleep. I think that's exactly what it was. And I think so because Macron wanted to remind me of certain stuff with Robert Golob that went on during MK Ultra, and that's exactly what my mother is used for. The only thing I want to say is that this year, my visit to the father was finalized with a receptionist from Home for Elderly People who laughed together with the police in my face. Based on MK Ultra scenario, I was not allowed to visit father for weeks. This is how this shit went on. Just for posting a clip like this. Away from anybody. I do not record anybody. I don't give a three fuck about who is there. I come to do stuff with the father and I want to have everything on the tape because, and I'm so glad I did so. I would be guilty of all kinds of abuse, etc., etc., etc. My mother refers to me just as police department did during MK Ultra as a brainwasher. Now I'm a brainwasher, trying to give father reason to live for, to get up, stand up for himself so we can move on from here and go our way, do our life. I'm not supposed to record inside of the Home for Elderly People. That's all I gotta say for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Till next time. For more details on this issue, watch or listen, I should say, audio tape, which I also provided in respect to this October the 26th, 2025 issue. And at the beginning of this tape, I explained pretty much everything about what exactly this was all about. She did attack me with this umbrella, and she asked me, tell them it was not with a sharp edge, or I should say sharp end or spike, but it was with the soft one. Still, a police was the one that enforced, that orchestrated all this shit, and was assuring me during MK Ultra that I will be the one who will get in trouble, not mother. So it became evident that my mother is being advised about the actions based on MK Ultra, whether she can proceed with them with a certainty to get Igor Juršić, Zajšek was involved in this. Miran Sudin was involved in it. They said they have a state prosecutors working on this case as advisors of the mother. It was not just some kind of a temper loss. My mother is a good actor. It was very procalculated. and instructed by the police to do such stuff. I'm not happy with this stuff. I'm not happy with any of this stuff. She took him out, just as you were able to see. My father barely is breathing. He is asthmatic, problem with the bronchitis. Bronchi patient. He's got a inflammation. He's having a problems breathing, doesn't get sleep, and she didn't even take time to put him a face mask or something over his face when she took him outside. And as you know, at this time of the year, it's not exactly so warm outside. Here inside, yes, but outside, not. And etc., etc., etc. I'm glad I stopped her giving him coffee, pushing him a coffee with which she poisoned him. But you know what, man? This thing just keep going in a direction they're not supposed to, and I have it enough.